the mindset here is to focus on how do I become truly passive in my income. The big mistake most people make is they think that the 1031 exchange is the only way to get there.
And many of our listeners are real estate investors, as you know, and some are operators, others are more passive, and they're either approaching an exit or planning one down the road. The biggest concern we hear, capital gains tax. So let's start at the top. What exactly is the deferred sales trust, and how does it differ from traditional strategies like a 1031 exchange or opportunity zone investing?
Yeah, so most high net worth individuals, when they go to sell, they have a capital gains tax on some kind of asset, whether it be a senior housing, assisted living facility, whether it be a business, whether it be Bitcoin or stock. And so the gain is going to be taxed. You're in Texas, so it doesn't have any state, but you still have that 20% federal and that 3.8 Obamacare on most sales. So that's about 24% of the gain. So if you sell something for $1 million gain, well, it's $240,000 in tax. I think that by 10 million, like you're in California, well, you can add another 13.3. So now you're at like 37, maybe up to 40% with depreciation recapture. So we like to say that the big problem is people are facing somewhere between 20 and 50% of their gain being crushed by capital gains tax. So that's the big problem we're going to solve. And so the question becomes, well, how can we solve it, right? Or what can we do to mitigate or to defer or to delay the tax in order to compound the wealth? And that's the first concept that I think we should focus on is that most people actually want truly passive income, right? Which is the ability to get completely passive and not have to trade their time for dollars anymore. And so the first concept I want to start before we kind of go into the tactical of what a deferred sales trust is that truly passive income is to your freedom and impact as compounding interest is to your money. And so the mindset here is to focus on how do I become truly passive in my income. The big mistake most people make is they think that the 1031 exchange is the only way to get there, or even they think that the opportunity zone sounds really, really sexy on its front end in the sense that, hey, after 10 years, I don't have any tax, right? Well, people want truly passive income now. They don't have to wait 10 years for a project to be built or a project to cash flow. It could take 3 to 5 years to cash flow, depending if they're building it from the ground up and all of these different things. And so we have found that those that have already built the massive wealth, and have massive appreciation, they want to unlock the harvest of that and unlock what's called freedom and flexibility with their time, their energy, their next venture. And that's where the deferred sales trust comes in. And so the shift is making sure that you're very, very clear on what you're solving for. If you're just trying to, I just want to take care of this tax problem, and they start looking at these different strategies, 1031 exchange, deferred sales trust, Delaware statutory trust, cost seg studies, you miss the point. You might be, climbing a ladder, but it's to the wrong wall. And you get to the top of the wall and go, well, I didn't really want this. Like, I actually wanted that other wall. Well, you're climbing the wrong ladder. And so what is a deferred sales trust? It's simply an installment sale with a trust. However, the major benefits are freedom, flexibility, tax deferral, liquidity, diversification, no like-kind replacement requirement, no 10-year hold requirement. And ultimately what our clients love about it is it unlocks truly passive income, which is what most people want these days.